Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be oiling my little oil can. We are going to be oiling and cleaning up some of my knives and how I do this process. Now, I'm going to start with this knife here, because this knife is going to be one of the harder knives. So let's set these two off to the side, in this case. Set it over there, don't mind that. So now, I'm going to open up every piece of the knife. Okay, then after I do that, I take my little oil can here, and I give it a little crack of air, and I just drop a couple drops in there. I even give a little bead down along there just to give her a little extra oil, and then I close everything. And we'll just let that sit just like this onto the side over here. I think it's okay. Alright, so there we are. So, okay, I'm just going to set it like that. So now we're going to oil this knife. And so now, just a little bit there. Anytime you're oiling something, wherever you want the oil to go, like if you want the oil to go down, like I do into here, put your knife up and then put the oil in. So I want to put oil down in here, just drop it in there. Okay. So now, after that's oiled, boom, perfect. That is nice. See how much better that is? Okay, we'll let that sit off to the side there. Now we're going to grab this knife. This thing is getting tough to open. I'm moving my little rag around. So now what I want to do is just put that all in there. That all oiled. And how about this? We just throw some oil in there so that'll get all lubed up. Oh, already nicer. See if that's straight. No, it's not. Okay. So when I'm bending a knife blade, because this is not straight to this, what I do is I pull it opposite, like this. Pull it opposite of where it has to go. And it still has to go somewhere. So let's just pull it a little more. Close it. It's perfect. That's good enough. It's better than what it was. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and grab my my cutting board. No, my cutting board. My stone, my sharpening stone. So I'm gonna go grab that. So you can get sharpening this. Sharpening a couple of these knives because I definitely want to sharpen this one and another knife that is in there. Oh, hold on here. Where'd it go? There it is. I also wanted to oil this knife too because look how squeaky that is. See how squeaky that is? I'll just put it up to my little microphone. But so now, drop some oil down in there. Drop a little bead on there. Little bead on there. And get steady hands. And then maybe even drop a little bead down in here. And maybe just a little one right there. Okay. That working? Oh yeah. Nice. So now I gotta go grab my sharpening stone. I'm gonna clean my hands with oil and we can tighten that back up, set that off to the side, and yeah, so we got these knives here, so we're going to sharpen these. This will be a little shorter video, like I usually do. I should have worn gloves, but I didn't. It wouldn't be all oily right go get the stones, and 2 stones, maybe 1 stone that I want to get especially. So I'm gonna go get that. Stay tuned. Alright, so I got the stone, the little smaller stone. There's 2 sides. There's a smooth side with a couple rough pieces, and I don't know why those are there. Then there's a super smooth side. Now, grab my water, and usually I use oil, which I'm going to use today. A little dabs of oil, just like that. And I will get my gloves, which I need to put on, so I'm going to grab some gloves, and yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so now I got gloves on, and all you do is just spread that oil around on there, get a nice smooth coating. Now we're going to start with my dullest knife, which is very dull. Now, all I do is I just listen to the you don't want to have that noise. You want a nice smooth noise, so you don't want to create any of that right there. You don't want to create any of that. You don't want that. You don't want shrinkage. You want smoothness. Like tar, which is probably not good, but so you basically just and you flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm probably going to start a time lapse here of me cleaning and sharpening knives. So this is just a process I go through to sharpen my knives. I usually use water, but I'm using oil because I have oil with me. I don't have any water, so yep. And you see that? That's from the stone, all that black on the knife. So that's steel from the stone and the knife. So let's start a time lapse then.
Chasing after that dollar like it'll slow down my hurry. Settle all my worries when I get it in my wallet. Quit dipping long enough to own a pair of jeans that don't have a ring in the back left pocket. Laughing at myself, admitting when I'm wrong. That's what this good old boy's gonna go out working on. Working on coming to Jesus, kicking about wrestling with our roots. Trying to turn off mama's tears and fill our daddy's boots. Shutting up our pride, fixing bridges we burn. Learning how to live and learn. Keeping our demons down and our trucks.
Alright, so it is a lot sharper than it was, as you saw. One stroke. Here, let's do it right here. Cutting through it just as me pushing it. Now, let me show you a super sharp knife that is way sharper than that. This knife right here. Now I'm going to take my gloves off. Those are dirty. And watch this. That is what you want. Ready? Oh crap, I messed that up. Let me do that again. sure don't like that. This is a sharp knife. This is a somewhat sharp knife. Now, I'm going to leave it at that because that is sharp enough for my liking, and honestly, it's probably as sharp as I'm going to get it for myself. I could keep going on this for days and days and keep sharpening that till it's so sharp. You wouldn't know what to do with that sharp knife. It would be so sharp. So, what I'm saying is, a sharp knife is a safe knife. And mess with my microphone. But, let's see how sharp this knife is. Now, that might look dull. Look at it. It might look dull. As you just saw, it cut that like butter. So this is a sharp knife. Now, let's check this one. Oh, that's pretty darn sharp there, I do say so myself. But look at that. See how it just cut that right there? Just made those two marks, as you can see. That's not what we want. Ooh, that is grabby. Wow. Well, I know this knife's going to need some work. Oh, that is so much better now. Just a couple little passes made that better. But look, you can see the two wear marks. It's not wearing in the middle on this. You can see the two heat marks, but where it's not using heat. So this knife is not flat unless you really use it. And it's really going to start to be used. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's wipe the knife off. Grab the piece of paper. No, I don't want to cut. Now it acts like it's dull. Why? Now you might be wondering, what are you doing now? Well, I'm sorry that I can't talk much in this video, but what I'm doing there is I'm just cleaning up the scar marks. There it goes. Sweet. Well, that's mostly it for today's video. I am so low on energy. All I wanted to do was just oil my knives. You know, that is so much more oiled. That is nice. But that is just the basic of what I do to clean up my knives mostly, and that's mostly it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated for a small YouTube account like me. That'd be great. But God bless, and have a great one.